Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to present to you and formally introduce Bob, Cos, and Arthur, the Play No Games podcast.
It's your favorite podcast. When we talk about real life and exchange a few laughs, we sticking to our path. When you find understanding, just know that will never last. We ain't here to play no games. The world is getting crazy, and now we know we
welcome. Hear ye, back again for another week to the. Y'all hear my chalice? Hear it's in my cup? No, probably don't. But it's Cartier Bob.
It's Cos.
And it's Take Forward.
And we're back here again with another installment of the Play No Games podcast. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are really listening to the segments. The listenership is up. I really appreciate that. But most importantly, if you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. But if you want to do a little bit more than that, right above, bada boom, $ herobob. My goal this year, and I'm being more forward with this, is I want to pay myself back. But most importantly, I want to pay my guys. They work really hard. They spend a lot of energy and effort. And yeah.
Cos, can you tell them what they win?
Yeah.
After they donate X amount of dollars.
If you donate $100, you get a date with me.
Whoa!
I get to pick though.
Okay.
They get a date with you?
For $100.
Man.
But it's like the lottery. The longer it goes, the higher the dollar amount.
I would actually want to see how far this goes.
It was 50 last week. We're up to 100.
Damn, you an expensive date, bro.
It's gonna keep going up.
You suck toes?
Okay, so whoa, hey.
So if you want to take me on a date, you gotta.
They taking you on a date.
I'll take you on a date. I don't know who's paying.
There we go.
Maybe the. But,
So the budget's $100 now.
Well, it's gonna keep going up. So if you gotta react quick and donate if you want it.
Hey.
No, you said at first they're taking you on a date. So are you okay with that?
Yeah, I don't mind getting taken on a date. I get to pick though. That's the thing. I get to pick.
Even if it's Brock Lesnar's daughter?
Oh Jesus Christ. I'm sure. Yeah.
Come here, Cos.
I'll be a team player.
Well, we'll get into our next segment, and that is what are we playing on games about? Tay, what you playing on games about, my man?
I'll play no games about loyalty when it comes to picking your sports teams. I'm not gonna send no shots, but I have a friend who, all my life known him. He was an Eagles fan.
Was an Eagles fan.
The year prior to them winning the Super Bowl, he jumped ship. Ends up becoming a Giants fan. Now, that's nasty work in and of itself because, if you follow football at all, the NFC East, that's about as,
At least go to the AFC or something.
Yeah, but, the NFC East, in football terms, that's about as we hate y'all, we hate y'all, we hate y'all, as this is going to get in the NFL, top to bottom. So, karma and the football gods just said, fuck you, you're never going to see a ring, which is well-deserved. And I just don't understand how you can do that. I don't know, with me, I'm ride or die with my teams. I ain't never switched up, and even if I'm going to, which hasn't happened, I wouldn't go to my rivals. You a Blazers fan. After
A new Blazers fan.
Oh, you a new Blazers fan? This is new to me.
Wait. I just became a Blazers fan because they traded Lillard.
He refused to cheer for them while Lillard was there.
Lillard was part of the old regime where, it's not about me. I've said about, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know.
Okay. All I'm saying is I'm a new Blazer.
I'll take you as a Blazers fan, but I think it is weird.
You didn't root for them when Lillard was here, so you root for them when they're barely an NBA team?
Yeah. I'm grassroots with it now.
Hold on. You have an unusual... What do you say? You have an unusual...
I can finish it.
You have an all right, go ahead.
No. Why am I going to help you diss me?
You have an unusual attachment to losers. That's not like you.
I'll just say this, because if y'all watch the show, y'all know the story. Long story short, I just had a beef with Blazer fans, and it just got annoying, and I just made me hate the Blazer fans. But
So you became one.
This was a decade. How long I've known you? My Blazer hate is longer than I've known you.
Yeah.
But he was one of the reasons why I shifted over.
Respectable.
So I'm with it. Scoot is not scooting. You know, he's skirting and skeeting.
It's okay. He's a 19-year-old point guard. It's gonna take a while.
I'm tired of hearing people use that excuse. He's about to be 20 next month. We have plenty of 19, 20
Hey,
years.
guess who had a worse rookie year? SGA.
See, if you're going off of just raw numbers with rebounds, assists, and points,
And percentages.
he shot worse from the field.
I believe so. Or at least it was similar.
Bro, Scoot's shooting like 38 from the field right now.
34.
I refuse. And like also
And there was another one.
usage rate as well. Also played.
Kemba also had a bad rookie year.
Kimba?
Yeah, no, Kemba was like some mid his first like 4 years in the league.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can shoot above 40 from
You know
the
who had a
field.
good rookie year?
Who?
Dennis Smith Jr.
I see. And I didn't even think he had a good rookie year.
He had like 16 almost a game, 16 and like 6. And it's been downhill since then. Michael Carter Williams had a good rookie year.
He didn't have a, but see, he didn't.
I
Like,
remember that first game, though.
And see, that's
Almost a
and that's why I say
quadruple.
like watching these games and that, even with Scoot at times, if you're getting 17, 7, and 7, but it's in garbage time when you're down 30, that doesn't hit the same for me. But I know that beat writers, they're not watching,
They're not.
or especially like some of these outlier markets that aren't winning that much, they're not watching these games in a game in and get out. So when they just see somebody stat line, oh, he's averaging 18, 7, and 7, how are you getting that 17?
Yeah.
No, I totally agree. And that's why you have to watch the game. Some games he's looked competent, other games he's looked really bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I'm buying into the process. I'm sitting back. I have no
Same.
expectations for this team.
Same.
I want to say this ain't me trying to shit on him because I was somebody that was high on him prior to him getting drafted when he's playing in the G League, and I think he has some potential to be.
See, I was lowering my expectation before the season started.
I agree.
Because you heard me say that, right?
I will back
Because my
that
buddy
up.
was like, "Oh, he's gonna be like 18 and 8," and I'm like, "No." I'm like, if he's like 14 and 6, I'm happy, and he's almost there.
Yeah.
He's like 12 and 5 right now. So I told him from the beginning, he's a guy that has to get to the rim. He's a smaller guard. These are stuff that you take a while to develop. Like, you're not just gonna be dominating bigger, older, stronger grown men. Like
His
he
body's
did in
gotta
the
get
G
used
League.
to it.
His body's got to get used to it. He has to find that touch around the rim because if you watch him, he can get to the rim, but he bricks layups because he's putting too much spin. He's putting too much power. He's doing too much where he's nervous. He's not going to finish it. Where he gets there and he'll put this like backspin on the ball that he doesn't need to. It's just stuff like fine tuning that I think is going to get there. It's just going to take time.
My only worry with him is that prior to the draft, when people were kind of going back and forth as far as like whether he should be drafted first overall over Vic or if he should go second before Brandon Miller, people were saying that they had some projections of him being like Russell Westbrook 2.0. I don't see that. I think he's closer to maybe a rich man's Eric Bledsoe, which nothing is wrong with the Eric. Bro,
I get why you say that
you're
comparison.
laughing right now, bro. Eric Bledsoe.
No, he had a great career. No.
Played 12 years. In the league.
Here's why I see where you're getting out with the
Same
bigger
build,
guard.
same
Here's
athleticism.
the thing.
Yeah,
He's not a defender. Eric Bledsoe was.
yeah. Which
My comp
worries
for him was at first I was like, oh, he's like a Russ Westbrook, and then I watched him play. I was like, I dialed it back and said, I think he's closer to De'Aaron Fox, a guy who can develop a shot later on because his mechanics look good. He's just not hitting them. I think he can develop a shot. He's stupid fast, but he has more strength.
he'll never have the handle.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see. All right, we'll see.
Thank
All right.
you.
He'll never have that. It's very
Fox is his
do
own
I see
thing.
somebody's like it's weird because you would think like as much as motherfuckers touch the ball that this would be something that could be developed. I've never seen typically somebody's handle jump drastically once they get to the league.
Franz Wagner. Franz
I'll give
Wagner
you that.
didn't handle it
I-
at all at Michigan, and now he's like the main ball.
I would say him and like DeMar DeRozan might be the only two people coming out of USC.
Derek White.
I wouldn't say he got a crazy. I wouldn't say he has crazy.
No, he
tat
doesn't.
though.
But okay. Anyways, can we go
Yeah.
back to your topic? I think the reason Americans jump ship is because a lot of Americans, and I come at this from a European standpoint, you guys don't like to pick like your hometown teams. There's something, especially if like, I don't know, like, okay, we're in Portland. There's no NFL team here.
Yeah.
But like I picked the Seahawks because one, they're always on Fox 12 growing up, so it's the game I can watch every weekend. They're up north. I can take a train or I can drive 3 hours watch them. Like to me, that is like the hometown team. Similar, and you're not from Portland, so I get it. I don't know where you're.
No, I am from.
Oh,
Portland.
you are from
Yeah,
Portland.
yeah.
Oh, then why the Cowboys?
When my mom's from there, my dad.
Okay, all
when
right.
he was a kid watching the U, Michael Irvin was his favorite player. So
then why aren't you a Blazer fan?
why am I not a Blazer fan?
Yeah.
Because I don't choose mediocrity. But
You have an unusual.
You want to know? I've been a Celtics fan since I was 6.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I don't know if it was their colors or just seeing them on TV. I just kind of gravitated towards that team. And when I was a kid, I always say, "Mommy, like put on green team, put on green team." I didn't know anything about basketball. I mean, at 5 years old, like, I'm like going up to the south to play biddy ball, but I don't know basketball like the ins and outs, shit like that. But then also as I started getting into like early elementary school, I'm a shorter guy, so for whatever reason, I liked bigger wings and guards who could do a lot of stuff. Like some of my favorite players growing up was Paul Pierce, T-Mac, Penny. These are 6'8", 6'7", 6'9" guys who could do a lot of stuff. Jason Tatum is now my favorite player. I really like Paul George's game. He has a smooth handle. KD, so it's like the mold of like when I made when you make my player on 2K, what's that build like?
What do you think it is? It's like a Luka.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly.
I make like a 6'6" point guard.
Yeah,
So we could say like small forward is the most built.
Depend. Yeah, that is a disgusting build.
Thank you.
That is like a
Patty Mills.
yeah, like a
No,
Patty
that
Mills,
is-
Jimmer Fredette type of. Yeah, I believe it.
Cos, what you playing on games about?
Oh man, shit, dude, this bipolar weather.
Ugh.
I know I hate bringing up the weather, but I only say this because I got caught in a fucking storm today. Yeah. Yeah, no, so it was dry all day where I'm on the west side. It was dry all day. I'm like wrapping up work around 3:30ish because I started early. I'm looking outside, like the sun's peeking through the clouds. I'm like, you know what? I haven't hit the tennis ball against the wall in a while. Let me go. Like cement looks dry, so I'm like, all right, let me go. I get, I'm like 5 minutes from the court. It's a court by my old middle school. I get there. The second I get there, it starts like little drops. I'm like, oh, it's fine. I can I'm looking at the tennis courts. It's like half of it's bone dry. I'm like, I can serve. I can hit the wall a little bit, whatever. 5 minutes in, it starts hailing. I'm like wearing shorts. It's hailing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I have to grab my shit. I go and I hide under a tree. It's so bad because I can't. I'm literally soaked head to toe. I'm soaked, hiding under the tree, waiting for it to get better. And then I make my run to my car. Throw my shit in there, get in. I'm like, I get my whole interior wet, like all the leather is wet and everything. I'm like, and then I get home and then it stops raining, of course.
That's crazy.
What's the motto that say you can cry in your Bugatti? Don't you got one of those?
You don't cry in Bugatti or in
Which
Nissan.
one?
Oh, this guy.
No, but
So which one?
Yeah. Okay, Bruce Wayne.
no, but like it was 15 degrees last week. It's like gonna be 60 this Sunday.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. Like a January where it's above 50 in Portland, like I can't ever complain. Like
No.
that's damn near good enough to be barbecuing with no hoodie on in January.
Who are you?
Barbecue with
no
no
hoodie.
I respect that.
Well,
Smoking.
we can thank global warming for that.
I say my apartment, bro. I got a cover over it, so as long as ain't no wind,
Respect.
Oh, high rise, the guy.
look at you peasants. Not playing.
All right.
Bro, just say CB.
I'm so sorry. Hey B, you?
Ugh.
You said CB.
Yeah. You've heard this many of times.
I'm lost as hell right now.
Center back, cornerback,
Center back,
center back.
Cartier Bob.
Oh, okay. See, like it was like
This is
I
cute.
know
Cartier Cobb.
I definitely thought Chris Brown at first. Like, bro, where's he going with this? Because he was in the news.
All right,
this
B.
week, but
Anywho, what I'm playing on games about, I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Ooh, I'm not gonna play no games about this wine. You brought some wine, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling it right now, and I haven't had red wine in a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm feeling powerful.
You buzzed?
Oh, I'm
little bit.
I'm sauced by now. Like,
You're sauced?
We gonna
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little.
We're gonna have a good pod today.
I agree. I like after you got finished, it just like was like pow. I was like, so
Eyes open up a little bit.
a little bit more. And I've done a podcast, you know, lit a little bit.
That was you on Hennessy though.
Bro.
This is you on wine. I think this is smooth.
It's like
hour.
Black Force Energy versus a Chelsea boot. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
Doc Martin.
One is
Yeah,
drinking.
Doc Martin. That's what it's better is.
Doc Martin.
One is drinking and driving, and one is riding your bike drunk.
Okay, thank you,
You know?
thank you. Like with, like you know, when you're a kid, when you let one hand down and you're like, "Oh, I'm going without." That's how I feel.
Okay.
It's not fully like no hands, but it's like, "Oh, look at
So
me."
you are drunk driving
A
tonight.
little bit.
Okay.
Don't do that. It's not
Well,
safe.
we're not encouraging that at all.
We do
Only
not
if you
promote
want to.
that. But you know what we do promote?
What do we promote?
Our very first topic. And since I'm going, I'll start us off today. Our very first topic comes with, we're actually going to do relationship stuff a little early. First topic. So, gentlemen, I have a question for you. And this comes from Black News, literally Black News on Instagram.
Shoot.
And this wonderful Black queen had all her friends and family show up to an event. And she had her children, and I think this was the gentleman as well, put on a performance. And this performance was her having a shirt that said Queen, and then each little baby had, "Will you be my dad?" And then another little baby being like, "Papa," on their shirts. And she proposed to a guy in front of everyone else. And she had a speech, and she was like, "Will you marry me and take the kids?" So I have a question to y'all. In 2024, if y'all wait, if you went to a family event and you saw that,
Oh,
how would you feel?
if
As a
it's
guest?
hold on,
As a guest.
as a guest?
As a guest.
I'd be holding in my lap.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold
I'd
on.
be mother.
Whose family am I? The woman or the man?
The woman's.
Stand the fuck up. That's what the hell I'm saying. No, we're not doing this, bro.
I'd have to turn around.
If
I'd
you
be
gotta
like,
take it
too
this
hard.
far, he's not the one. I ain't gonna hold you.
How many kids?
3.
There were 3
Yeah.
involved. Matching shirts.
One. Oh, he had the king shirt on too.
Wait.
She wasn't.
So
he
he knew
wasn't.
where this was
No,
going.
he didn't know. He was surprised.
No, he didn't know.
He didn't know. He was
It's
surprised.
like all WhatsApp. It was like, "Will you marry mommy?"
And he was already wearing it.
No, he was.
Oh, he was
wearing
just-
new
okay.
clothes.
he this was like meet the parents. He had the kids line up, all that shit.
Damn.
Didn't work. I guess the reason why I wanted to bring it up, and this don't have to be too long, is like, as a man, if you got proposed to by a long-term girlfriend, how would you feel about that?
I wouldn't like it. No, I don't. Because the whole point of it is, the whole point of relationships, successful relationships, is communication. If you want me to propose, and we, that's down the pipeline, we need to communicate about that. First off, we need to know when that's coming, and then I can do it. Don't propose to me in front of my friends, my family. That is so embarrassing. That's so demasculating. And maybe that's me having an old school traditional mindset. But please don't propose to me. No, like we'll get that done. We'll arrange that to happen. Don't force the hand.
Nah, he looked like he want that.
Nah, hell no. And I might sound old fashioned with this, but bro, ain't no way. Like just nah. It's just I don't usually try to conform with like traditional gender roles with stuff. But like
Yeah.
that's one of them things. Nah, it ain't gonna work. And honestly, like I was saying earlier, if myself or if I'm ever in that situation or a woman that I care about in terms of like, family or friend, it's gotten so deep that you felt you needed to propose to this man, he probably ain't the guy for you if he hasn't got off the. With that sort of stuff, I look at it this way: either piss or get off the bucket. After X amount of years, like, what are we doing here?
I hate to say this, and this is like my like almost like ending points to this. It's like, as a male species, at least from a heterosexual standpoint, a guy knows if he wants to marry the girl in 6 months or less.
Cap.
He knows.
Cap.
I think he knows.
I don't think it knows.
Cap.
I think he fucking knows.
Bro, that's not even a full holiday season.
I think it takes a year. I think
You think it's
probably-
okay?
that's not even a
6
full,
months,
like-
a year.
I think at least 12 months.
I think bare minimum, bro. Like what?
Come on,
6
bro.
months. How long was your honeymoon period with the woman?
With me?
I think the
Yeah.
honeymoon is 6 months.
Like, a honeymoon period can be 3. So
But
like,
but I'll just, okay. Level with me with this. There are chicks that you're like, whatever happens, right? But if you know you're sitting with
but you know that off rip.
exactly. But the woman you're entertaining longer, I think as dudes we know that sooner than women. So my thing is, just going back to homeboy, if your woman is doing that, I'm saying this is like 8 years in the making. You're not going to make that decision because you're unsure about this person. That's all I'm saying.
Watch this. I'm about to fuck him up. You been in a relationship over 6 months?
Huh?
Have you been in a relationship before over 6 months?
Why? Japanese?
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Have I been in a relationship over 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you end it?
Huh?
Why don't you end it earlier if you knew that wasn't the woman you wanted to be with?
or did you think she was the one?
I did think she was the one. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
See, I've been in a relationship for 6 months and it ended. And maybe before it ended, I would have said yes. Now, like maybe like a year after that, I was like, thank God that ended.
And then you wake up, you like, thank God I dodged a bullet.
Exactly. So for that reason, no. I think the honeymoon period lasts at least 3 months, maybe 6. I think you have to actually move in with the person to really know if you're compatible to marry. And then I personally think it's okay to move in with a person after a year.
I do too, and I think people have different opinions as far as like moving in with someone prior to marriage. But I think at least a full year, you can catch people in different seasons, whether it be the highs and lows in a relationship, or I'm out of work, or I've had a bad day. Like the first 3 months of a relationship, you're too rosy eyed with stuff.
And like he said, you got to experience all 4 seasons. Like you gotta understand what she's like in January, where she's stuck inside all day and like has to work and maybe isn't in the mood.
Don't get so caught up with the number. I agree to a certain extent, but also I feel like as dudes, we know sooner rather than later, because y'all know that one friend that's been talking to his chick, and you're like, damn, we ain't gonna put a ring on it.
I get your point there a little bit to a degree, because I do think men will accept a woman into their life in whatever situation the woman is in, versus a woman definitely wants to see a man grow before she's ready to commit. So I get your point in that regard.
Thank you.
But I still think 6 months is way too early.
Okay, maybe I'm trying to be a shock jockey, but I'm just saying where it's kind of like, and I'll end on this, and then we can put a button on this. It's just kind of like, I agree with all y'all, where it's kind of like, I think I would just be shocked in my system, and Chris, have my, my beef curry and my macaroni cheese, and my girl's like, meet me at the altar in your white tux. Be like, damn, bitch, get up. Life alert, you embarrassing me. Like, it's just, I don't know. I think I'm old school too, is where it's kind of like, and last episode we were just talking about, like, I feel like I got to hunt it, where it's kind of like, if I'm not putting this knee down and my white forces ain't touching the ground and get a little dusty.
Are they creasing?
They're creasing because I care about you. No lifters in there.
Never gonna happen.
You ain't gonna get married?
No, I'll
gonna
get married.
crease?
I'm not creasing my shoes for God.
Wow. Damn. That's a hell of a segue. Shit. I ain't creasing for God. Damn. I'm done.
I don't know where that
Because you're not wearing no sandals when you're proposing to somebody, right? It's gonna be like some.
Well, it's on the beach.
That's some nice shit, right?
I'm not gonna do it on the beach. I might do a flash mob. I'm fucking around.
All right, so imagine wearing some like Gucci, like whether you care about them or not, but like some Gucci sneakers that's like $3,000.
Yes, I would crease them because they care. I care about them.
Also, if I wear my shoes, I'm gonna crease.
See, I might slap, like if I was your wife, I might slap you even for just like, what the fuck, I just bought you these motherfuckers like a month ago and you're creasing bitch.
Damn, we tiptoeing on marble floors. Damn.
Are you the type of guy to wear those crease protector socks? Have you've seen those on Instagram?
Yes, I am.
There's crease protector socks.
It's like a foam you put in like a little pocket in your toe box area, and they're like.
See, we trying to learn you something. You gotta,
Yeah,
I want to say
I will say that I like the look of creased shoes. Like if you have some Jordan 4s that are like creased, I think that looks good.
There are certain shoes you can get that off with.
Sure, and like Air Force Ones maybe look more beat up. unless you get the premium leather ones.
I want to say
those
word,
look
but
low.
I don't want to be canceled. Okay.
I crease my
foam-
shoes.
There are foam protected socks.
They're foam protected. I can send you something.
I'm gonna not say this on camera. Okay.
They literally take they take the creases out, and 2 prevent
Go
creases
ahead.
from
No,
going.
shoot.
Nah, I'm good. I like my job. Anywho, see, that's what y'all content creators need to know. Shut the fuck up sometimes.
That's hilarious.
But yes, and a break from our show from one of our sponsors.
Well, have you ever wondered what would happen if your brain was taken and put inside a dinosaur?
Mm-hmm.
And that brain just so happens to be Paul Walker?
And a dinosaur.
Backseat Critics are coming out with Tammy and the T-Rex.
It already came out at this point.
Take a listen and donate $1 to $ Hero Bob.
You'll get a picture of Mr. Bob right here.
Or just follow us on Instagram
Butt naked.
and you'll get $1.
And welcome back. Shout out to the Backseat Critics for always providing some form of entertainment. So with that, into our next topic, I wanted to talk about the Adrian Griffin situation. Kind of something we haven't seen. A little bit saw with David Blatt back in the day when LeBron said, "Get out of town." What I thought was really crazy about it was fired. Then they hired a different coach in about an 8-hour span, essentially a work day. I have my opinions on it, but I actually want to know your guys's. So I'll let you go first. Kind of, do you think it was warranted?
See, that's a complicated answer because on face value, what's their record? Like 30-12, something.
30 and 13,
somewhere around there. So I mean, they have this. They're tied for the second best record in the league. So on face value, no, it wouldn't appear that it's warranted. But watching the games, they aren't playing well, and they're in games with bad teams that they shouldn't be. Along with guys like Bobby Portis, Giannis, clearly kind of being displeased with some of their defensive coverages and how they run their offense. Yep. Granted, I will say this: I don't think they have the personnel right now to be a good defensive team, regardless of who's coaching that team. So that's neither here nor there. They lack a lot of athleticism.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah, they lack athleticism on the wing.
But I think they have enough guys to where they don't have to be the second worst defense in the league. I think they could be like the 20th.
I'll give you that.
So I'm gonna say these stats. Lost 32 closeout games. Lost 7 series when leading 3-2. Lost 10 game sevens. Lost 12 series when holding a lead.
And just to clarify, that's Doc Rivers.
You would think that would be Adrian, but
No, because he's a rookie coach.
you would think all this losing would be associated with someone that's so green,
Yeah.
right? You know, be on the staff. But that's Doc Rivers, and I don't mean to hate on my man Doc Rivers. I want him to succeed, but like, man,
I like what he's doing for the Ringer too.
if I could live off what I was doing in 2008, as much as Doc Rivers has been living off of that high, man, I'd be a rich man.
Here's the thing. It's okay. So here's my perspective on that. Is Doc Rivers going to be coaching the team next year? I don't think so. I think they're going to see where the playoffs take them this year. Then they're going to make a better hire for the squad they have.
Who else is out there?
Because they interviewed Kenny Atkinson, they interviewed one other guy in Adrian Griffin, and they hired Adrian Griffin because Giannis liked him, and it was for the squad they had then.
Giannis is a coward.
Then
I'm gonna get into that.
then they got Dame, and all of a sudden it's like win or bust. Adrian Griffin wasn't set up for that. I think for a midseason hire, Doc is kind of the best you can do right now. Because who else would they have hired? Mike D'Antoni, Mark Jackson, like
Yes, Mark Jackson.
Or
Write it out.
Terry Stotts. If they want to be messy, Terry Stotts.
But Terry Stotts again is another awful defensive coach. At least Doc Rivers, his base is defense.
But even with Terry, that's hard for me to like outright say because here in Portland, he had like some god awful like Matador type of defense players.
Yes.
Within the starting five, you can't have net negatives at a point guard, shooting guard, and center position.
So here, I'm going to pivot from that just a little bit because what's not really being talked about is when the trade happened, right? Everyone's like, oh, Dame is going. the reason why I was so anti-Blazers because like you can't, like Dame's not a good, like you're trading Drew Holiday, a great all-around point guard. I'm not trying to say he's better than Dame in any way, but like you're really missing that defensive core because Drew Holiday was dogging some of those assignments on the guard. So my thing is, when you get rid of him, right, and you put him on Boston's doing way better.
Yes, we are.
Right? Because Drew Holiday's locking niggas down.
What, you mean better relative to the Bucks or
Exactly,
better,
to the Bucks.
Better last year? Oh, yeah.
Right? So I'm saying where it's kind of like, I agree with Tay when it's like you can't ignore that, but like at the same time, we're in an era where like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't as a coach. When it comes to where we're at, we're like the Bucks by design are not a good defensive team. And what's like who are the best defenders out of Giannis? Maybe
Giannis,
Bobby Portis,
Brooke Lopez.
Brooke Lopez.
The problem is that all the best defenders are in the front court position, specifically at the power forward and center position, which is great for rim protection. They typically have always played in drop coverage when it comes to pick and roll matchups, and have always, even when Bud was there, all right, let motherfuckers shoot 3-point shots.
Yeah,
we don't care.
I remember that.
In today's NBA, most of the elite scorers come at the wing positions. So when you have Malik Beasley, which, I mean, he's not a god-awful defender, but him, Dame, Pat Connaughton is
half of a Chris Middleton.
half of Chris Middleton.
No, I ain't about to do that to my boy Chris Middleton.
Bro,
I like Chris, but
his knees
he's not the
cooked.
same.
His
Chris
knees-
Middleton,
He's just not the same.
you ain't half of nothing.
Bro, his knees is cooked. He's half of a man. Oh, I'm right.
See?
Half of a man. The other half is part ant, but never mind. But no, dead ass, bro. He's
Chris in the middle. That's what he is.
He's trying, but like it just ain't there no more.
That was bad. I know.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Very bad. Dame's chances to win a ring.
But yeah, no, I just ain't got it right now.
I'll just say this. Man, they did boy Adrian wrong, man. Like they gotta stop doing this to these coaches where it's kind of like it's like NBA is a player driven league where like one of the rumors I heard, and I could be wrong, is like he was trying to get rid of Giannis's brothers to like
No, that's a joke.
That's
a joke.
that's for sure a troll.
That's a troll?
He
Yeah,
did lose
for
the
sure.
locker room though.
Yeah, he did lose the locker room.
Bobby
though.
Portis went against him, argued him. There's a players only meeting. The whole Terry Stotts firing at the beginning. That was the major red flag to start out the season.
But I didn't fault him for that because that was also an issue that I believe Ty Lue originally had, and then when he was in discussions to take the Lakers job, and that Frank Vogel also had. You're not gonna put who more than likely, if some stuff goes wrong, be my replacement on my bench as my assistant coach. Get the hell out of here.
But the funny thing is, though, Doc was a consultant for Adrian
Thank you.
Griffin during the playing tournament.
He's back. Even on Gil's Arena podcast, Gilbert Arenas said today that he did the same thing to Ty Lue. What would that have been? The 2019-2020 season. He was consulting with the Philadelphia 76ers and was kind of lobbying Ty Lue to take over the Philadelphia 76ers position. He was still coaching the Clippers at the time. When the Clippers blew that 3-1 lead, he backdoored Ty to get the Sixers position, and then Ty ended up just taking his old job. Oh, he like Doc might have a reputation as an NBA dirty maker. I'm not gonna hold you.
the
I have one last life lesson to learn out from this. So my life lesson I took from this is, even if you're at your job, you think you're doing a good job, your stats are looking good, whatever you may work in, there's always a narrative with you, or within a company or within where you work. If you want to know who gets promoted, it's the ones that make their managers look good. It's the ones that the team likes and can promote. So even if your results look good, if at the end of the day, people don't like you, just know you're gonna be part of when there's company wide cuts, you might make that list. And to that, also understand Nick Saban, how good of a coach is Nick Saban, right? He got replaced in 48 hours. Bill Belichick got replaced in 24 hours. Your job, whatever you do, it's been on the block the last 90 days. Like there's always someone that can come in and fill what you do. So that was my big life lesson from that.
Nah, I'm the Beyonce song. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. You will not find another me in a moment. Let me tell you, I'm the GOAT. But one of the things I do want to just double down on and just say too as well, where it's kind of like, I hope he gets another shot. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Mike Brown because I don't think Mike Brown gets enough credit for what he helped Steve Kerr and the Warriors because you could see it with the Kings. And
Fair. You could say about like Luke Walton too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No. I feel like Mike Brown is really like hitting.
Mike Brown is another
So
guy
Mike
that
Brown originally wasn't the lead assistant for them when they first. It was Alvin.
It was Alvin.
Yeah, Alvin.
Okay,
Jeffrey,
my bad.
yeah.
I swear I thought it was Mike because
Alvin was, then Mike was, then Luke was.
Okay, my bad.
You know, you
But
good?
I was just wanting to give him his flowers because sometimes end of the day we marry so much of our identities to our jobs, and like as a humans when we work we have to be working in simultaneously so many different things because things do end like you were saying where it's kind of like I'll end and say this where it's kind of like I know you were working on other stuff outside of here and like with me, I've always welcomed you doing that kind of shit where it's kind of like, I want you to feel, because as humans, we have multiple identities, but hopefully homeboy don't take this too much on the chin and gets back on the circuit.
we'll see.
I hope so. I just like one thing I worry about with him, the NBA and honestly all professional sports, they almost operate like a good old boys club. Yep. And I don't want people to look at his record. Okay, you're 30-12. If they fired you with that record, something has to be wrong with you. And with minority coaches, especially with black coaches specifically, our margin for error is so damn thin. And part of that can be nepotism. Part of that can just be a relational as far as like who folks know, whether it be, like Jay Gruden getting a job because I'm not going to say because his brother was John Gruden, but I'm sure that doesn't hurt him. But you don't see too many retreads like a Kurt Rambis who's just done a terrible job everywhere he's been as a black coach, generally speaking.
I got a theory about this. You must not know. Never mind, I'm not gonna. I know he doing behind the scenes.
I just want to know what is it going to take for Chauncey to get the boot?
He's only been here for a year.
No, he's been here for 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's been here for 3
I think
years.
their record's gotten worse every year.
It has. It's gotten worse. I'll say I don't want to get into a whole Chauncey Billups thing, but if it was up to me, I'd fire him.
And replace him with who?
Kenny Atkinson.
Ugh.
Good hire. No, that's a good hire though. I like Kenny.
Kenny?
I think he.
Or maybe Adrian Griffin. Oh.
We're gonna transition. It was a conversation I was having with my boy earlier this week because he's really followed the whole YSL case that's been popping off with Young Thug and his crew over the last year or so. He's from the Houston area, and YFN Lucci, rapper from Atlanta, he actually got some great news this week. So.
Great news.
Lucci, I think, was actually looking at some football numbers. I know he had like 13.
I got to use that.
Bro, like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm never, like, especially like for me, like, just like my moral principles, not that I've ever been in like, street activity. But if you're gonna get involved with that stuff, you know what you're signing up for. Yeah. So, you need to stand on that. But when you got a sheet in front of you and they laying out your charges, you do 5 here, 10 here, 5 here, it's a pistol charge, drug trafficking, all that stuff. It adds up. So he had 13 different counts he was looking at. He ends up getting 12 of them dismissed, and now he's only looking at 10 years. And I think I saw a report that 3.5 of them were 3.5 months is all he's going to have to actually do in prison, and then the remaining 10 years he'll be able to do it in probation. So I got a question for y'all.
Oh.
Yep. So
it's actually 10 years in prison and then 10 more years of probation.
But how many of that will be applied as far as like time served?
Hey.
Hey. You just came into the frame.
It's
pissing now.
I'm actually not sure.
I think I did see a TMZ report where it said that, but they're estimating he only had to do 4 more months. Okay. Yep. Right.
We're gonna get that fact check.
Sounds good. But I have a question for both of you. Cause you're good friends with Rob.
Yeah.
I have to ask though.
Yeah.
Okay. You're looking 60 years down the barrel.
60 years down the. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
How many years would have to be shaved off for you to entertain testifying against Rob?
Oh, wow.
Like, what's the minimum?
Yeah.
He's gonna say 3 months.
I was thinking that's it. I was gonna say like a year. No, I don't know.
And then I got a follow-up question after that.
Well, go ahead.
60 years. I'm gonna die in prison. I'm 25.
So are you taking the stand?
What?
Are you taking
You heard him. You gonna take the stand against me?
stand?
Against him?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. If it means
Damn.
if it means I get a shorter period.
Damn, that's
You
crazy.
see, you wouldn't say the same.
Damn, you didn't. That's crazy. He didn't even say if my charges get dismissed all right. He just said for a shorter period.
Damn.
Well, I don't know what the minimum is. I don't know what.
What about
Damn,
you?
these what ifs be exposing people. Damn, you gonna throw me to the carcass.
What about
I gotta
you,
get at
Rob?
least like 40 years off of that.
Him? I'm gonna sit the whole 60 because
Bro,
that's
20
for the
years,
game.
20 years is a long ass time to still be doing
Yeah, but at least I won't die in prison.
shit. People will be throwing that out. I swear, like when you get a 10, 20-year bid, it's no guarantee that you come home.
Yeah, we gotta guard your anus. You gotta
a
guard
larger-
your. You
Having
gotta
a large
guard your
chance in like
midsection.
60 years.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. You get 60. You just
You're just gonna die there. You're gonna be one of those old guys.
Settle
at
your
the-
affairs like while you out here.
Yeah. I wouldn't
You
do
gonna
well
be
in prison.
you gonna
I
be the
wouldn't-
wise old head in jail. Be like, don't do that.
I wouldn't do well in prison. I'll tell you that.
I know you wouldn't.
I don't know who I'd side with because you have to pick a side there. You can't just like be friends with everyone.
True.
You shaving your head.
I think I got to be a white supremacist, right? That's the only way. Like I gotta join the brotherhood. Otherwise, who's gonna go? You guys watch American History X? Yeah, you know, you know what happens. Otherwise,
So while you being a black person, I'll be like, I'm so sorry, but I gotta do this.
All right, what about you, bro? How much is it taking for you to?
Nah, I'm a sit because that's
You're
my
gonna
brother.
you
Are you
gonna
standing on
sit?
business?
I'm saying on business. You know what I'm saying? You know that's how we do it out here.
I respect that.
Dang, that's crazy.
Dude,
Now you had tape. Now you had uninvited to my wedding.
damn,
Can't
just
go.
like that. Huh?
Can't come to the cookout.
King the car corner shit.
Took a little bit of digging. So yeah, it's 10 years in jail, 10 years of probation, but he becomes parole eligible after serving 1/3 of his jail time.
Okay.
Because it's been 989 days, which I guess is
So,
makes him
so was it like
allowable.
3 years, 3.5 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, he still won. Lawyer, you family at this point.
Thank you, Fact Dragon.
Thank you.
Only thing I want to just say to this is like, when we look at it, you know me, I'm the relationship guy where like we do not know. Like we speculate a lot, but like sometimes we do not know that person's situation where it's kind of like people talk real tough about like, oh, if I had a time machine and I can go back to slavery, being like, my nigga, I don't think you
What a
understand.
reference.
I don't think you understand what those people had to endure. Where it's kind of like if someone just went up to you right now and being like, look here, you got 50 years. You can't talk to your family, no nothing. So like I can kind of get into the mindset psychology, like in psychology of why is 6ix9ine being like, I don't owe these niggas nothing. They tried to do this and this and this. Of course I'm about to snitch on.
But you know what the commendable thing about YFN Lucci is? Him and his crew and YSL's crew, they was beefing, and people have had questions as far as like whether his plea agreement will require him to take the stand. His lawyer and him have been adamant since he got released that no, this isn't the case. He's not testifying against Thug, even though they've allegedly had situations where they've shot each other. I believe a death or two came to somebody's baby mom. I'm not gonna speak on that. Yeah, so the fact that like you clearly my ops, but I'm still gonna stand on my moral principles. I can respect that.
Yeah, interesting.
And now it makes me question how things are gonna proceed with Thug's case. Just because it's been at least a year and some change now as far as like how the court proceedings have went. I think they've pushed back court like the last 2 weeks. So, praying that his case folds. But right now it seems like they're trying to frame him as like the mastermind behind this racketeering situation.
So what is he realistically looking at? If you know,
If he gets convicted of most of his charges, you will never hear us nothing that's not pre-recorded. You'll never hear music from him again.
No more GFE?
No.
I'm sorry. I tried to do.
And the fucked up thing about Thug is like he's already in his early 30s. So let's just say even if he were to get hit with 30 with state time, even if he does half of that and gets out on early release, that's 15 years of his life.
Fact Dragon, what is Slime Life? What does that YSL really stand for? Because he put it out when he's in prison. It was Morse code. Well, yes.
Oh, what it actually stands for, or what they saying?
No. What does it actually stand for? What does it actually stand for,
bro?
Fact Dragon, what does YSL stand for from Young Thug from prison? YSL. Yes. It's so funny I'm asking YSL.
But needless to say, it's a lot going on with that case right now. I know the streets in Atlanta is kind of hot to do that, and I don't know. Even prior to, did y'all like Gunna's music?
I like Gunna, yeah.
Yeah, he's yeah. I'll never. That's hate. He's cool.
Okay. Has your opinion on him changed since he took the plea agreement?
Yes. The reason why I say yes is because I wasn't there when he did the whole like sake cup, I'm on the street shit. Or it's kind of like if you start with the street shit, you got to end with the street shit. So it's kind of like it's the Titanic. You got to die with the ship. Where it's kind of like he folded in the end.
Yeah. See, for me, it only becomes weird because he had already had the snitching tag on his name prior to.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you compound that with like this whole situation. I'm a fan of Thug's music. So for you to confirm that YSL is a crime organization, even if you're not snitching directly, you're helping build someone else's case against me. And morally, like you said, like I put a pretty strict line in the sand when it comes to like, all right, you live a certain lifestyle versus you're a civilian. Yes. I work a 9 to 5. I have no issue saying that. Don't put me in like, am I a snitch? No. Don't put. I also tell all my friends. I also tell my friends that live a certain lifestyle. Don't put me in a situation that you know I had no business being in.
Yeah.
If you have a gun that's dirty with expired tags and no shit like that, don't have Tay be in the car.
I'm telling you.
I won't even go to, no, I might not even, I probably won't even tell you. I will just hate you for the rest of my life.
No.
But
if the cops come to you,
I probably still won't tell you, but like I will hate you for the rest of my life because you know I'm not even like with that type of shit.
You just gonna have a seizure.
Jesus.
Wow.
Jesus.
What? So he won't tell. They'll be like he's hurt.
Jesus.
That turn was crazy.
It is a crazy turn. I still like Gunna. I don't know. I separate the music from the person, so I don't really care.
I just can't. I can't hear about you spinning no blocks when like.
So I'm really confused.
Yeah, I knew you.
This is great.
So what does YSL mean, Andrew?
From Young Thug.
So it better not be Yves Saint Laurent.
So I'm getting several things, and none of them are terribly clear.
Talk to me.
One of them is, I'm going to butcher this, but Yves Saint Laurent, which I guess is some clothing line.
Yves Saint Laurent.
Yves Saint Laurent.
But then also people are saying Young Slime Life or Young Stoner Life, which is a record label.
Yeah.
Young Slime.
I don't know where the Young Slime Life comes from. Young Stoner Life is his.
You know, this
label.
You don't understand. I'm not laughing as hard as I want to, but this really made my night. Thank you.
There's no clear answer.
I had a little bit of clarity in terms of I can't remember what during the court proceedings what Thug's lawyer tried to say YSL stood for, but I do recall in terms of like breaking out what his name stands for, they were trying to say it stood for truly humble under God. And even with them going further into what YSL, I think we were talking about this off camera. They tried to debunk the fact that there was any possibility that YSL was a crime organization because you see LeBron and Serena doing like slime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait!
You said you wanted to snitch you.
Steroids? Was that? What is he doing drugs?
I'll say I did see. No, wow, that was.
Oh,
terrible.
You tried.
Whatever.
But yeah, no. To my point though, they've been seeing people, whether it be like celebrities or prominent figures, doing that as like as a celebration or
It's just like it's a pop culture thing
yes,
now. You
no,
see,
for sure.
Yeah.
Same way like back in the 90s, well, like
Whoa. Yeah.
What?
You messed it up.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. What do you want? I'm a 2000s kid. What do you want me to
Oh,
do?
here you
wait,
go.
hold on, what year was you born, bro?
98.
Really?
I don't consider myself a 90s kid.
You're a real one because I was born in 95. I feel like I'm like the last.
You are the cutoff.
I'm
Yeah.
the cutoff because like even my sister, she was born in 98 too. She be trying to say she's a 90s kid. Like, bro, you have no memory of this.
No, all my
Like, literally
memories
nothing.
is like early 2000s. Like all the shows, all the commercials, sports. It's all early 2000s. Like that's my childhood.
Like, do you even remember dial-up internet?
No.
I do.
Like you made a reference earlier about something. I was like, yeah, that ain't. Oh, you showed us that Muppets clip. Like before, I didn't.
Muppets.
Or what was that?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Dog, whoa.
There you go. That first one. I didn't watch Sesame Street.
Fair
growing up.
enough.
I didn't watch.
Wait, you don't know what?
I didn't watch
Bro,
Sesame Street growing up.
bro.
I didn't watch Muppets growing up. I didn't.
Elmo was my dog. Like,
I went to Universal Studios as a kid, and there was like some like Muppets thing, and I was like, I don't know who these characters are.
Were you scared?
No, like okay, I knew who they were, but I was never like I didn't know the storyline. I know Elmo was like the guy, and then everyone else is like someone else.
all right, so hold on. You keep on saying this. We gotta like make a distinction. Like,
Yeah.
Elmo, Bert, Ernie, Oscar Grouch. That's Sesame Street. Muppets is like Kermit, Gonzo,
Miss
Miss
Piggy.
Piggy.
Oh, I saw Sesame Street. That's what I saw.
Okay, so Elmo, all them.
I didn't see them.
Okay, so that's Sesame Street.
I saw Kermit. I think.
Yeah, Kermit the Frog,
Oh man,
Miss Piggy,
I thought they were the same thing.
Gonzo.
No.
Hell no.
What about Big?
Those
the
are
Big
like
Bird?
Big
those-
Bird, that's Sesame Street
Sesame
That's
Street.
like rival gangs. Like they
Yeah.
shoot at each other.
type shit.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch that stuff growing. I didn't know.
Bro, Elmo's like really my dog. Like, I don't
Like
know.
I watched like Blue's Clues.
That's not rival gang stuff. They have a Christmas movie together
That's nice.
where they all come together with Fraggle Rock too.
Okay, but you acting like Timmy Turner and Jimmy Neutron didn't do the same thing and then linked up in
They were all-
in the multiverse.
They were all pissy with each other in the multiverse.
Nah, bro, they was like you wasn't really paying attention to the script. They were sending shots.
That's okay. They didn't like each other. But no, you need to watch this when they all come together. Big Bird comes. They sing songs with each other. You don't like each other if you're not singing songs with each other.
Okay. So
I don't know what we got here, but
exactly.
Take a look at it.
Last thing of the night, and then we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna ease ourselves out of here. So real quick, I think we don't talk enough about positive things, and I recently just got I don't want to say I'm a staunch follower, and I butcher names, so y'all can help me out. Keith Lee.
Keith.
Keith Lee.
So he's a retired MMA, right?
Yeah.
Fighter, and he says he's not a food critic, but he's a taster of foods, and I just like how he does business. Now, the clip I'm talking about, because he was recently in the Bay Area, and he stopped his food tour because he didn't like the houselessness that was going on, and then on top of it, the one thing I really want to like really shout out is like how he really promotes small businesses with his food critiques and just wanting to be like a regular person. And I just like how he does business with that, meaning he just want to be treated like everyone else, because when people get fame, they get weird. And like, I just wish more people would take that playbook where it's kind of like, I'm just a regular person rather than using the fame to your best of your abilities. Cause there's a lot of people that try to stick stuff onto him. So I guess my question, cause you know him, cause we were talking off camera from fighting, you kind of know some of the situation I was talking about where like, how do y'all feel when it comes to when you have that type of fame and you have the type of influence? How should you be using it for the benefit of growing someone's business? So I'm just curious. How do y'all view that?
I'll go first. I think the way Keith does it is really nice. I think he does it in a very admirable way, in a way that like I think a lot of people would want to do it. So I think, when he doesn't like a place, I feel like he's very careful with his words.
Yeah.
Which I think is important. Which is funny. So there's another food reviewer. Oh yeah, he sits like this.
He's like
"Eh."
in reference Burger King sticks. I watched that video. I was like, that was weird.
Yeah, but There's actually another kind of food reviewer I watch. You guys might like Dave Portnoy. He's the president of.
Oh, the
Barstool.
pizza. He be,
Yeah.
I like his
I rock
reviews on
with bro.
pizzas.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
pizza review guy is what a lot of people. So Dave, what I like about Dave is one, he really cares about small business. Like he actually had a whole fund where he raised millions of dollars for small business. Now, when he goes and reviews a place, he's brutally honest. So he'll even say like, I hate to say it, it's a 6.3.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. Like 6.3, everyone knows is a good score. It's not an 8 or a 9 or whatever he puts it at. I, as a fan or someone that watches that, I appreciate that because any place Keith Lee goes to is going to be bumping. Every place he goes to, there's a line. I don't want to wait in an hour-long line if the food is mid or if they're raising prices because now they're famous.
Yep.
I would much rather everyone that does it, yes, be nice. Don't be like, this place kind of stinks. Like, just be like, hey, service was really great. The owner has a great story. Here's my thoughts on the food. Or you say, it's not my style. But like, I would rather have that and understand that before you like hype up a place and then it's disappointing. And then now that place actually hurts the business because now the business probably has more backlash because like, wait, I thought this place was good. And all of a sudden you feel lied to as a consumer. And then now maybe they get flooded with negative reviews.
I'm going to push back on that last piece just a little bit because there's so much mediocrity that Americans specifically we accept because stuff has become part of pop culture and commercialized.
Give me an example.
Raising Cane's.
Damn,
I'll say this.
I keep hearing that. Too.
I'll eat it.
Can I say it before you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Trash.
Yeah.
I've not had it yet.
I'll say this. I'll
Not
eat
worth it.
I'll eat it because if I'm hungry and I just need something quick, I ate it in college. I was in Louisiana. But the thing about Raising Cane's, and people never honest about this, they literally put no seasoning on their chicken. Like none. If that's, and I can tell you the secret to make that sauce, it's some ketchup, it's some mayonnaise, it's some Worcestershire sauce, it's a little bit of pickle juice, some black pepper, and you start it up. There you go. And some lemon juice if anybody needs to know. So that's how you make it. If people did not have access to that sauce, I swear, right hand to God, they would never eat that chicken. But they line up in lines. Like if you go to Pioneer Square right now, it's
See,
it's
that's
854. I promise you, they're still wrapped around.
no way.
If
It's
it
still
close,
that popular?
Yes.
is that popular? Yeah.
Yes.
Closing time, lunchtime, weekends, it's always gonna be popping.
In-N-Out's trash.
In-N-Out, another one, trash.
In-N-Out's all right.
And I hate that childish ass concept of we have a hidden menu that you just have to know the names.
No. Jamba Juice hidden menu. I stand by 1,010%. Leave my shit alone.
How do you guys feel about Shake Shack then?
Sweet.
You say elite.
I fuck with Shake Shack.
Oh, okay, wait. I'm just curious.
I fuck with Shake Shack.
I'm curious. What are your thoughts?
Overpriced.
Thank you.
It's good, but not for the price.
Okay.
You got to drop like $17 if you want the burger, the fries,
They're milkshakes.
and the milkshake.
The milkshake is fire.
Like you said what about Burgerville?
I didn't say anything about Burgerville. What?
I'm trolling.
No.
No, Burgerville too is also expensive. No, but with Shake Shack, so you get the burger. The regular fries are ass. You have to get the one with the cheese or the bacon, so that's like an extra $3 to $4. And then the
that
shake
option?
itself is like $8 too.
Yeah,
So
I don't eat pork, but it is optional.
You're dropping at least $17 if you want the Shake Shack experience.
Honestly, is that just like
Okay.
the margins for food now? Because I feel like
Maybe
we're
but
starting to get to a point where like there's no in between with like.
here's the thing. If I want a burger and I don't want to, like take out a mortgage, like Shake Shack, I'll just go to Five Guys.
Five Guys ain't cheap,
For a burger and you get a small fry, they still fill the fucking bag up.
bro. For a regular size, for a non-little burger, that's I think $9.99, and then the fries are gonna be like $5 or so, and then if I get a drink, that's $3. Like I'm almost spending the dub right there.
Excuse me. You about to do that to my
All right, hold on.
the
All
best
right.
burger
And-
joint,
and
the
Five- I
best
fuck with
fast
Five Guys
food
most.
burger joint is Five Guys, hands down.
It is.
You get the best the best
Trying to
price,
think.
the best fries.
For like a real like American burger, maybe.
If you have a double, you're going to sleep.
That's true.
You're getting a double. You're getting.
But I feel so gross after
I
Five
do.
Guys.
I hate.
That's how. When you eat an American burger, we hear it
guess.
overseas. That's
I
what you're
guess.
supposed to feel like. Gross. You're supposed to feel like a terrorist.
That's fair. Do you like Killer Burger?
No, I think that.
See, I feel awful after a Killer Burger.
Killer Burger is horrible.
It be feeling like too much sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like people see. Okay, this is my hot take. People just want some exotic burger where like it's like trout fish and a burger. Like it's just like just have a regular fucking burger.
Whoa. Killer Burger has some of the most delicious fries.
You can't eat burgers.
They do.
The fries are okay.
The fries are good. They're better than Five Guys.
They are better than Five Guys. I don't like Five Guys fries. I have to get the Cajun fries and dump ketchup on them.
Wow,
ton of stuff
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
Cajun.
they're
Anywhere that has
super
Cajun
plain.
fries options, I'm gonna get
That's
Cajun
fine.
fries.
Cajun fries.
But no,
are
I
fire.
really hate soggy fries, like potato fries.
Really?
I'm not. I want McDonald's fries. That's what I like.
No, one
Okay.
thing I do hate about Five Guys, because they put their burgers in foil, it self steams.
You don't like that?
I love that.
I like a bun that's a little
Thank
moist.
you.
Yeah.
But if I drive if I have to drive 15 minutes, this whole burger is soggy by the time I get home and eat.
Five Guys are supposed to eat it. They want you to. There's peanuts. Get the peanuts.
I don't like eating at a place. I do like taking it home.
Okay,
One thing I
so
learned about you.
self-fact check. We are
Been
at
building an order right now.
Yeah.
There you go. I have not had Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's is not.
Primarily because the location we have is awful.
There.
We're at $18.39 for a cheeseburger, regular fried, and a regular drink.
At Five Guys?
Yes.
I bet. Okay, do you want me to compare with like a Shake Shack order?
Please.
Which is fine, but I'm still saying like a dove is gonna be.
I even have the app.
You have the. Why do you have the app?
Oh, get the fuck out of here! No, you're not allowed to slander them
No,
at all now.
the reason I have the app is because the one at Cedar Hills was such a shit show. This is the only way you could get it without waiting an hour in line. You'd order online and pick
An
up.
hour in line.
Dude, it was insane.
Oh, it's crazy.
That was crazy. I would have left.
Uh,
Keith Leaf.
Popeyes or Chick-fil-A? Last question I'll ask.
Chick-fil-A easily. It's not even close.
Really?
But after like a long night of like
Yeah.
hanging out, Popeyes.
And I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm
I hate
gonna
this
go
person.
Popeyes there.
I'm not gonna hold you. I hate to be this person, but the Chick-fil-A experiences that I've had here versus like when I went to college and traveling other cities,
Oh, it's way better in the South and all that.
Oh, yeah.
it's way better.
Oh no, 1,000. I would say fruit overseas is different than here.
That too, yeah.
Fruit tastes way better. But we'll wrap it up here. I'm just curious because I started it, but I'm just curious. Like, let's wrap it up with Keith Leaf. Like, your in this with I'll probably cut some of that dead air. Your thoughts of how he does business and how he left the Bay.
I think he does a great job, honestly. I think he's very responsible with his voice as a public figure via social media. I know some people have some complaints because they're like, oh, you should give honest reviews of a business if it's bad. But I think because he tends to only try to work with businesses that are struggling more times than not, he does a good job as far as like not putting the final nail in the coffin of something if it is kind of mediocre to his standards. Because I know he does have certain things as far as dietary restrictions. I believe he's allergic to shellfish. Is that correct? Yeah. So I mean, like for example, if you are someone who is like that, you going to eat somewhere that's in the DMV or most parts of Louisiana, like there's nothing for you. Like quite frankly, unfortunately. So, I appreciate what he is able to do, though, and I think he uses his platform in a good way to bless a lot of businesses. There is, like to Kaz's point, there are some ramifications that can come with businesses blowing up, and even locally. I don't know if either of you guys have ever ate at Stanish's before.
No.
They are so damn. I'm surprised you haven't, Rob.
I probably have, but maybe.
It's a burger spot over on Fremont. It's like on like 52nd.
Nope.
Right hand to God, bro. It's probably the best burger I've ever had in the city. They've been closed down for 4 years. They already had a long wait time prior.
Possible. Helvetia Burger is the best burger.
Nah, G. Like I'm not gonna hold you. Like it's like there was one of them ones for real. They already had a long wait time even when I was a kid. And then I can't remember what publication it was. They got voted as I think a top 5 burger in like America. And from that, they had just like an influx of business so much to the point where they had to close down because they just couldn't keep up with it.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's like a fine line with that stuff.
All right.
Also, look up Keith Lee, Sean Strickland beef because there's some funny stuff there. Just for anyone listening, look up.
Was he a good
What?
fighter?
I was like, is it like fighting beef or is it
No, like
constant-
verbal beef. Sean calling him like a pussy
Oh.
and like some gay slurs, all this stuff.
Don't say them.
Keith Lee
all.
clapping back a little bit. Kevin Lee getting involved, his brother. There's some funny stuff there. So if you guys want to have a quick laugh.
Really quick, are the brothers good fighters? Were they good careers?
Kevin Lee had a solid career, didn't live up to the potential. Keith Lee sucked.
Okay. Well, you know he's winning because, hey,
He's got more money. He's gonna make way more money than Kevin now.
Yeah, for sure.
he breathed and they'd be like, huh?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
other than that,
TikTok man.
another installment of the Pacific Northwest's greatest, dirtiest secret.
Stinky.
The Play No Games podcast. If you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. It's Cartier Bob.
It's Cas.
Type forward.
The critics are in the back. We out.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.